Tá bom, fala pessoal, beleza? Vamos testar aqui então finalmente o Red Dead Redemption. Saiu a versão para PC, vamos jogar no normal. Eu joguei ele há muito tempo atrás, na época do Xbox 360, né? E agora vamos testar ele aqui na versão PC. É bem nostálgico na realidade também, né? E eu não lembro de quase nada assim da história do game em si. Talvez conforme a gente for jogando a gente vai relembrando aos poucos.
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
A ideia das velhas. Vamos roubar a terra deles aqui, né?
Unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Críticas sociais.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Bem atual, na verdade, hein?
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have. the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
E chegamos até o salão. Tá, aqui eu já posso correr, né? Que legal, fica um X ali, ó. Opa, calma. Agora.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to gag you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Vamos lá então, né? Cara, eu tô achando um jogo bem bonito, jogável, né? Porque tem jogo que a gente pega antigo, assim, da época do PlayStation 3, o Xbox 360, que a gente acha bem ruim, né? E pra montar...
They could flow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of duck.
Tá, como que eu corro com o cavalo? Não é o shift? Tá, tem que ficar apertando o shift. Ô tio, sai da frente.
Come on. We're never gonna get to the border if you keep riding off like that. So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ou se estiver cavalcando perto de outra pessoa, segure shift pra acompanhar na mesma velocidade.
If you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I
Podiam ter
said,
colocado a
you
câmera
ain't gonna find
cinematográfica, né,
many
do
folk round
Red
those
Dead
parts
2.
these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old three-to back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are, not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Gee up.
É, de fato faltou a câmera cinematográfica.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
O cavalo está alucinado.
Yeah.
Cara, o gráfico tá bem bonito na real, né?
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr.
coiotes.
Marston. Just over this hill. Gee up.
Pra ver, pra focar. Olha a carcaça ali, no caso, eu já tinha passado.
Let's go. Come.
Whoa there. Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Tá.
Let's go.
Legal ficar aquele xizinho ali em 3D, não tinha antes, né?
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Simples assim, chegou lá do nada. Tá, aí ela encontra a gente ali, leva pra casa, né? E vai cuidar um tempo ali.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
Também achei.
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss. Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Tá, beleza. Começamos aqui. Vamos até Bonnie ali. Ele pula, como é que tá aqui? Tá meio loucão ainda.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Tá, agora essa é a parte... Hoje em dia é chato a gente rejogar, né? Mas já foi bem legal no caso.
It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Vamos logo.
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Come on!
Que legal, tem tipo um mormaço ali, né, Ana? Ixi, apareceu um tiozinho ali do nada.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Giddy up! And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like
Achei
yourself.
estranho, olha, a gente tem que virar no mouse, mas ele não responde rápido o suficiente.
Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaint from me, Miss McFarlane.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
Tá, vamos lá pegar o cavalito. Eu tô com a arma dourada porque eu selecionei ali para utilizar armas
Let's go.
douradas no
Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself
menu.
shot again.
Come on.
Dá pra ir mais rápido não, minha filha?
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
As
Look,
estrelas
those
que
damn
dá.
rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you?
Apertei o
Get
F
your
ali.
rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker. Good shot. Nice shooting.
Tô ruim de mira.
Got one. That's it. Kill those little bunnies.
Nossa, demora pra carregar. Vai. Tá, podia ter sido melhor,
Let's
né?
get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover. Come on, boy. If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals. Good shooting, Mr. Marston.
Cadê? Não tô vendo.
Going straight for the chicken coop.
Go!
Easy now.
Paga a galinha.
Well,
Tem
we got
mais?
rid of
Não.
the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
De novo. O coiotinho com a galinha na boca ali, bonitinho.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Tá, beleza. Você pode dormir na cama do seu quarto para salvar o jogo. Tá, se eu dormir, acordo 6 horas depois. Pode pegar munição no baú. Dá pra trocar de roupa? Vamos ver o que temos aqui. Não temos nada na real, né? Temos que achar. Temos aqui, estamos mesmo. Achei que poderia ter alguma. Pegamos a munição de revólver, é isso? Vamos salvar aqui. Tem que ser no Enter. Tenho certeza que precisa salvar o progresso, sim. E bora. Tá, agora acho que o B ali é a missão, né? Na casa da moça ali novamente.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I'll bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see.
Tem a facona do Rambo ali, ó, vai.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts. Whoa!
Yeah!
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on!
Vamos, cavalinho, vamos.
You're not as bad as I thought you'd be!
Follow me! I bet you're starting to regret your brave words, Miss McFarland! Yeah.
Caraca.
Should I wait for you to catch up?
O negócio de ficar apertando o shift não dá não, hein? Chato.
See you at the finish line!
Let's go!
Yeah!
Let's pick up the pace!
Droga, peguei o caminho errado.
You still think you're gonna win this, don't you? Is that the best you can do? Come on. How you doing back there? Are you saving the best for last?
Pega, ela deu gás aqui, hein?
Would you like me to slow down? Come on.
Vira cavalo, queixo duro.
Let's go. Let's go.
Não. Droga.
Come on.
A mão, cavalinho, deixa ela passar não. Deve estar chegando, né? Estamos de volta no rancho. Aí.
That was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
E é isso, o delegado João está disponível. Apertar M, mas vamos continuar aqui nessa missão mesmo por enquanto, que já estamos perto.
How are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman.
Take the driver's seat. Come on.
Basicamente estou sendo escravizado aqui, né?
You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so
Aqueles caras
deliberately
correndo lá com
enigmatic.
suspeita,
I'm
hein?
not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship. Is there any need to be driving them this hard?
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
Vou deixar eu passar aí, galera. Pois eu atropelo ou tô
You never
errado.
did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Tá, vamos ali no consultório.
Just finished helping a patient. How can I help you?
Hi there.
You need something for that gout?
Pegar remedinho.
Much obliged.
Aperte B. O que é isso aqui? Agora você tem um novo cavalo. Ele virá quando você assobiar e aparece no seu Acampamento ou abrigo. Tá, eu tinha algumas... cavalos de guerra.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take the stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
Já encheu a carroça ali, ó. Então, se você quiser sair de armadilha, normalmente é a carruagem fazendo carga e descarga atrás da estação de carga. Tá, tem uma casa aqui, tem um bagulho de arma. Acho que aqui é o médico, né? Vamos dar uma olhada nas armas. Depois de comprar o lugar proprietário, você pode salvar o jogo nela.
The name, and I got all the armaments you can use.
How are you, mister?
Nope, we can't put no price on safety.
Tá, tem umas armas aqui, mas é tudo caro, não tem dinheiro não.
Appreciate it.
Tá, esse negócio de jogar poker aí não é comigo não. Tá, vamos dar uma olhada aqui no mapa. Dá pra gente marcar, né, o lugar. Acho que aqui é pra falar com o xerife, né?
Excuse me.
Hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them, one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come on, what, you getting keep with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
Vixe, que cuspição no chão aí, seu porco.
Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har. Dickhead.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here
doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Come on then, Marston. Follow me.
Tá, será que se eu ir na frente da rua? Talvez eu indo na frente acelera um pouco a missão, né? É, deu certo.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Let's go, Marston. I've been after that son of a bitch for months. God damn it, he's on to us. Get after him.
Bora, cavalinho. Esse é meu cavalo de guerra agora, né?
Oh, there.
Let's go!
Seguiu o maluco.
Walton's as bad as you say he is. Why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Chola Springs, Gap Tooth Bridge, these boys get around. Walton's the start, but there's plenty more where he came from. Yeah! Pleasant's house. Let's stop so we can get a better look.
Whoa
Tá,
there.
vou ver naquela casa ali.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Tá, já foi visto.
Damn. Take cover. We'll work our way up this hill.
Move up to that wagon on your right. I'll cover you.
Ah, tem que ir ali.
Marston, take that bastard behind the crate. You're shooting fresh air there, boy.
You ain't very frightening for outlaws.
Now move up to that crate. I'll cover you. Watch out for that bastard.
Now on to the next one.
Cara todo mole.
There's one of them. Now get behind that outhouse. Ain't sure we seen the last of them. It's your day of reckoning, boys. Yeehaw! Up here, cocksuckers.
Demora pra tirar. Tem recompensa pelo tiro na cabeça, level. Ela tem que levar ao vivo pra ganhar mais dinheiro. Como que eu faço isso? Tirar na perninha?
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah.
O cara vazou no... Ganhei vintão. Dá pra eu pagar a mulher lá. Já dá pra eu saquear. Você pode conferir seu nível de honra no menu de pausa. Tô vendo barulho de tiro. Tá, dá pra eu... Acampamento básico. Você pode salvar o jogo em qualquer lugar na natureza. Selecione o item de acampamento na sua bolsa para... Ah, tá, beleza. Vamos salvar aqui. Só pra garantir. E agora vamos viajar. Tá, vamos pra fazenda. Tá, vamos lá ver a senhorita aí que eu esqueci o nome. Pera, eu não fui pro lugar que eu queria ter ido, né? Eu voltei pra cá, ó. Bom, já que estamos aqui então, né? Vamos aqui. Meu cavalo tá... Ah, tá vindo. Volta aqui, tio. Você não tem freio, não? O que é isso aqui? É tipo um hotel, será? Nem lembro.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stick next to the dog, mister.
Tá, vou ter que seguir o cachorro agora. E aí, dog? Parkour. Cachorro, acha alguma coisa aí logo, não tenho a noite inteira não. Ainda não descobri como é que eu troco de arma aqui, né? Tô botando fé nesse cachorro, não.
What do you hear?
Tá, o que eu faço aqui? Caraca. O maluco meteu bala em mim, velho. Não tive escolha. Vou o gabinete do chefe. Dá pra eu vasculhar?
What you got on you, friend?
Já descobri um traje ali. O negócio aqui não é conversar não, é meter bala mesmo, pelo que eu vi. Eu consigo ver o traje aqui? Trajes, vamos ver. Tá, dá pra participar dos jogos de poker com esse aqui. Eu só tenho ele também. Tá, beleza, vamos pro outro ali. Volte entre as 5 e 6 horas. Droga, eu vou ter que dormir ali. Tem uma opção aqui? Será que dá pra eu... Você não pode montar acampamento no povoado. Tá, vou ter que ir na casa aqui então dormir. Tá, dá pra trocar o traje agora. Vamos colocar só de zoa pra ver. Agora eu tô chique, hein? Se liga. Faltou meu chapéu, né?
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool.
É Bonnie o nome dela.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Tá, vamos lá.
Are you ready to learn how to herd some cows?
Bora.
Giddy up! Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you. Let's go!
How are you, Miss McFarland?
Whoa there!
Você está ganhando lealdade da sua montaria. O fôlego dela aumentou devido ao seu vínculo.
Get behind the herd! That should start them moving in the right direction. Assuming they aren't put off by your smell.
Slow it up now.
Nice job, people, Marston. That's it. He's got it.
Ele cercando ali.
Herd the cows down the road. Pretend you know what you're doing.
Look at the cow.
Come on!
Tem que fazer conduz as vacas pela estrada. Vira aí, vaquinha, vira aí.
Get right at them. Drive them this way.
Nossa, meu cavalo não vira, velho. Tá, eu tô ligado, ó, me ensinando a tocar cagada ali. O futuro é controlar aqui o cavalo. Pega a estrada aí, Isaac.
He's just showing off now.
All right, let's move this large herd out to the far pasture.
Colocar rebanho aqui.
Sweep back and forth behind them. Keep them nice and tight.
You're doing great, Mr. Marston. Stay with him. Keep that herd together now.
Easy.
Watch for the runner.
Quero o H ali. Ah, pra tocar, pra falar.
Move it! Move! Move! Keep it moving!
Keep the move.
E aí, chegamos.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Tá, é isso então. Ganhamos uma graninha. Tá, é isso, né? Vamos lá ver quem mais a gente pode ajudar ela. Volte hoje depois das 10. Que droga, esse negócio de horário é mó chatão, hein? Deixa eu mudar a arma. Não é nos números, é estranho, né? Ah, tá, tem que segurar aqui o tab no caso, né? Tá, onde eu vejo a hora? Deixa eu ver aqui. Acho que no mapa não dá pra ver a hora. Isso aqui é a hora, será? Tem um diário também, né? Tinha resumo, desafios. Tá, o que é aquela caveirinha no mapa ali? Vamos lá olhar. É um cartaz. Vamos atrás dele. Vou marcar aqui, cadê?
Go!
Vamos lá. Ah, fica aí, tio. Tô ocupado, tô indo caçar bandidos. Acontece matar um passarinho. Que animação hoje? Pode ser esfolado. Eita, pega. Ao atirar em árvore em voo, você iniciou o primeiro nível de desafio. Então, peguei uma pena. Se for animais com diversos tipos de matéria-prima, você pode vender nas lojas. Tá. Tem plantinha também que a gente pode pegar?
Might as well.
Tadinho dos coiotes, né? Mas
This'll fetch a good price.
dá pra gente vender. Ixi, tava vivo o passarinho, rapaz.
Tough one, ain't you?
Tá bom, vamos seguir aqui.
Let's go.
Como que eu chego nesse cara ali?
Friend, you got a yellow streak a mile wide.
This is the end of the line, Charlie.
Damn fool!
Tirei na perninha daquele.
Guess I'll make a gun man after all.
Tá mancando, ó.
This should be a fair fight if you can shoot straight.
O que eu faço agora? Não tem laço, não tem nada. Então tome. Aproxime-se do alvo procurado para saquear.
This ain't nice. I know.
Tá. Saquear para obter a prova de morte. Lá o coelhinho.
Last still.
Então, vamos tirar aquele marcação do mapa ali que eu vou me confundir. Saquear esses caboclos aqui também. Que não, ganhei 4 dinheirinhos. Para a munição, né? Eita, pega. Ó, ficou enroscado no cavalo. Se liga na brecha. Ah, esse já foi. Vou pegar o outro que eu ia saquear ali, não deixaram. Pegar mais cavalito. Vamos embora. Vem mais, hein? Perninha. Tá, agora eu vou ter que descer pra saquear eles, porque deve ter pouco dinheiro, mas tem. Tá, vambora. Bateu o cavalo, coitado.
You ain't gonna leave here walking, friend. Come on.
Acho que não é igual Red Dead 2 que os caras iam me dedar ali pra polícia, não, né? Tava me defendendo, é.
Much appreciated.
Pronto, conseguimos um procurado, mais honra. E agora a gente consegue entrar aqui no rancho para ver a missão dela novamente.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that.
Já foi dar com a língua nos dentes?
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always gonna be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Right? It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
Doma a cavalo, vamos lá.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston. Right, now you got some rope on your belt. Let's see if we can't wrangle some horses.
Ô, tio, calma aí. Porra, não.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret who sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eye.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
But I
the
know
ride?
we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
There's the horses! Get
cavalos
the
ali.
lasso ready!
Rope one! We'll bring him down together! You gonna use that rope or not?
É da frente, né, tio?
Hold on, Martin. Don't lose him.
Go there!
Tá coitado do cavalo.
Hey,
You're doing
come on. Come on, nearly got it.
Steady on that
Segura.
Easy.
brake, Mr. Marston!
Here we go.
Come on, let's go.
You'll have it
You're
in
mine
no
now.
time!
Esse aqui é
Show
amador.
me what you got, boy.
Whoa.
Yeah, boy.
Relax
Cair
now.
nessa pedra eu tô enrolado.
Relax now. Nearly there.
That's it! Don't give up.
You were wild.
Pronto.
Nicely done,
Simples
boy.
assim.
Mount up, Martin. You leave this one to me. Woo! I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, then. Let's see if you can get another one.
Tá, vou ter que pegar mais cavalo.
Let's go.
We haven't got all day. Whoa!
I got you now.
Come on!
on, baby.
Quebrou. Que é mais bravo.
It's all right.
Hold there.
That's it.
Segura, segura.
Relax now. Nearly there. That's better.
Pronto, mais um pra coleção.
Nice work. I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
Domar 2 cavalos num dia em 2 minutos tá
I
bom,
like
né?
your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight. And it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural in busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a fine rancher one day. If you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Sure.
Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses.
Deixa eu ter que ir atrás de mais cavalo ainda.
No rest for the wicked. Let's see if we can track down that other herd of horses.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Paul hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much.
It's kind of painful, but she's never far from my thoughts.
Looks like the ranch hand's up ahead.
E o que esses caras querem aí?
Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
Tá, vamos matar esses cavalos aí. Opa, tô vendo os cavalos ali. Não tem que pegar ele não. Tenho só que acompanhar, mandar eles pro canyon. Qual canyon?
Keep it moving. Come on, let's go, let's go. Get going, come on.
Não é pra ir não, vira.
Come on.
Desgarrou, volta.
Move. Let's go. Let's go. Whoa there.
E aí, acho que é aqui, né?
Looks like we got the lot of them.
Ixi. Vou ter que ir atrás. Não consigo correr o suficiente. Ai, acho que eu ia pegar, hein. Agora tá longe. O cavalo tá morrendo já, coitado. Mas que cavalo canalha, olha. Pá, peguei.
Easy there. Relax now. Nearly there.
Segura, segura.
Relax now. Nearly there. Oh, this ain't good. Whoa. Relax now.
E aí, pronto. Tamo junto aqui, meu cavalito. Oxi. Bugou ali.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
Tá, ganhamos um cavalo de recompensa. Cavalo ágil e raro. Beleza. Vamos ver o que temos aqui. Bom, eu vou chegar aqui pra salvar e tal, né? Bem que dá pra fazer uma viagem rápida também. Acho que eu vou fazer isso. Deixa eu vir aqui, né, no kit. Montar um acampamento básico. Beleza, vamos aproveitar para trocar esse traje aqui, que tá meio paia, né? Vamos pôr o tradicional mesmo. Vamos pro rancho, vamos pro rancho. Beleza, vou dormir lá, salvar. E aí ficamos por aqui, galera. Bom, provavelmente não vou fazer série, porque é um jogo muito longo, né? Pra gente ficar fazendo série e tal. Então acaba ficando cansativo. Mas é isso, eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. É um jogo bem nostálgico, na verdade, né? Foi bem legal rejogar ele. Provavelmente eu vou continuar jogando aos poucos aí. Sempre que sobrar um tempinho eu volto nele. É isso, valeu, falou e até mais.